my little foxies. We are doing the Crimson March, Keep of the Borderlands. And I am here with Omen. I have a new section now. Alright, Omen. I am here.
Oh.
Yes.
I am now suddenly sad. Go away and come back again, and I shall be happy.
Oh no. Oh.
I'm kidding. Obviously, there's no guarantee this won't devolve into with voices being weird and impossible to understand, or so cringe that cringing is cringe enough.
Yes.
Now, recently you guys had, well, let's just say there is a particular room full of sticky resin that might at one point in time have been bodies stuck to the walls and floors in their skeletal remains while being torchified.
Yes,
and you had ransacked that particular location and are on your way to the last void on your map.
Yes, that is exactly what's happening.
Which allowed you to basically backtrack to an area which I need to look at real quick again because silly me.
Oh no, I'm just having some burps.
No, it's you. But not me. It's me.
Let me.
That I need to check again because drunk people do drunk things.
Oh yes.
There's one last bit of space that you have a hallway leading to that you have not confirmed, and in fact,
correct.
That hallway is leading away from an entrance on the upper cliff levels.
Yes.
That heads south.
Correct.
At a three-way intersection. However, other than that, you guys had recently cleared out a room with what might have been the Goblin Chieftain.
Yes.
Hard to say now, since most of it has been ooey gooey charred.
Ooey gooey charred.
Since it's been an experimental use of said object, the Gaunt sort of he doesn't reprimand Livia for using it. He's more like, okay, so that might have been overkill.
Yes.
But, however, Sir de Gaunt does appreciate the fact that it worked. But he's also disturbed because one false move, obviously if the bulb is broken and air gets in, it's going to cause some problems.
Yes.
The compressed gases caused by the instant flash would cause that same explosion, whether it was in your backpack / quiver, or whether it's downrange where you need it to be. Heaven forbid you stumble, fumble, or bumble.
Yes.
So there is concern in his tone over those particular devices. You are vaguely aware that they have been recently implemented as the guards have been becoming more advanced, per se, within, or so to speak, between the keep that is finally finishing its renovation. Well, not renovations. It's an R. The keep's finally finishing its. It's not recovery. Anyway, the keep is finally being refurbished completely. The walls are almost completely done, and the small little village outside is slowly growing as well. They've got more guards. There's a localized alchemist who may or may not be welcomed into the inner keep as far as being accepted by the Margravine.
Yeah.
All that's a lot of politics that I won't go too deep into that you're vaguely familiar with, because even though in between these missions it seems quiet because you do what you want to do, there's still little pieces of information that you would have picked up, because yeah, you kind of zombie out, or maybe you're feeling important on those things, but you're invited to pretty much every council meeting that they have as the high advisor.
Yes.
The alchemy thing is not set in stone.
No.
So all you know is things are being examined, and this is the first time you've seen the results of the material.
Excuse me, but which
And it was quite horrific. And had people been in the room, it's quite possible they would have succumbed to the absorption of alcohol, oxygen, and the blistering heat might have caused some issues.
Yes.
And in such a confined space, there's a considerable need to be cautious utilizing something so volatile. But anyway, there's a brief conversation about that. I believe that you have already been in there, or are you waiting for everything to die down?
Oh, we've already been in there. Me and Gregory have gone in there. I got a certain amount of monies. Which the most notated was the twisted faces and the triangle tails platinum pieces was the most notable.
Oh, yeah.
And Gregory has found a rolled tapestry that basically is 900 gold pieces in value.
Well, yeah, it's got a nice amount of precious metal threading and
Yes.
gem style beadwork.
Yeah, the sky blue and emerald snake on it.
Yes, indeed.
So yes.
There's certain amounts of measured silk involved and stuff of that nature. It's high quality that only collectors could appreciate. No, I'm kidding. It's pretty.
It is.
It's made of expensive stuff, and it's even prettier for having done it.
Yes. So that's what we could get out of that room.
Yes.
And then we were going to continue our exploration.
Well, you have 2 manners to go. Obviously, you can backtrack your way on the lower floors through the area that you just recently cleared with the cauldron, all the way past a guard station you haven't been to yet since prior, to the entry point to the lower cave, and then work your way up through the stairs all the way back until you get to the void. Or you can go back through the secret passage, go up the stairs nearby, go through some guard chambers, through 2 secret doors following that, and then trickling your way back up to the other cave, the upper cave, where you can travel then south towards the area that is not completed on your map.
Right.
One you have completely gone through already and has less likelihood of there being established entities roaming, well, not roaming, but sitting there. However, roaming entities are not uncommon, as you know.
They are roaming. So I am up the. I feel like I have to think on this one.
Take your time. The low ground section, there's at least 1 chamber you haven't cleared. That would be the original guard station location that you recall.
Right.
Now, unless during the time that you were gone, well, not gone, but during the time that you've been exploring, these other places have been refilled with beasties, then it should be pretty much empty except for the corpses you've left behind. Unless, of course, the corpses have started attracting things.
Oh, that's true.
Right now, though, well, at least in the last time that you had business there, goblinoids themselves have come back and fended off anything that might have been scavenging. But who knows what will happen the more corpses you leave behind.
True. I do think going for passages we're familiar with would be probably faster, but we also have a guard barracks. We don't know if it's been restocked or not.
Well, it's a guard station, not barracks.
Yeah,
It's
guard
basically
station,
a place
sorry.
where it's a place where the first time you went through, they were sitting on watch, and if they heard something untoward, they would head toward it
Yes.
during their watch, which only had a scant couple of goblins on watch at the time.
Yes. So I think we can go with the guard station one because that's the closest.
Or well, okay, if you want to go distance, the quickest way is to go back the way you came.
Ah.
The slowest way, well, the furthest way, is to go down through, take out the guard station if it's full, go past the entryway that you came in from the ground level, go all the way back through the other tunnel, go up some stairs, head into the area that accesses the hobgoblin location, go down that hallway that's connected to the cook's room or whatnot, or the torture chamber, whatever you want to call it, all the way up and down till you get to that one cave that opens. Make a left turn, i.e. south, and you'll find your way heading to where you need to be.
Okay,
Or you can turn around, go back out to that strange goblin dining room, go back down a passage into one of the storerooms, go through the secret door, make a left turn, deal with some stairs, go through a couple rooms that are all tied together, including guard stations and the hobgoblin chieftain zone that you've cleared. Yes. Back through the two secret doors, follow through another chamber that seems to be storage, and then make your way up there. Now, why do I say that and make it sound like it's big? Well, it's not as much of a distance.
Yes. So
it's less convoluted than it sounds.
Yeah.
And if you need, I can give you a visual aid.
No. With how you explain it, I want the quickest one. I want the we double back.
All right. You don't have to. I'm just saying if you're going for quick.
Yeah, at that moment,
you've already been through the chambers you left behind.
Yes. So I'm going with that one. I'm going to go with the quick, and we've been there already.
Yeah, and the corpses are fresh-ish.
Yes.
And if you follow your way back, you'll probably get there pretty soon. So let me just to calculate it to make sure I'm correct on the distance/speed. Not that it matters. Optically and consciously right now, you've been through those other tunnels. Everything else you're guesstimating or looking at a map on to qualify. So.
Yes.
All right. So that would be. All right. And the other one would be going back the way you came is considerably shorter.
Yeah.
Only because of length of passageways, the fact that you have to ascend a couple levels through stairs rather than one or so.
Yeah.
So, yeah. As it is right now, you're on the ground floor, sorta, which will head towards the ground floor. So, If you want to head to the one place you haven't been yet, as far as your map is concerned, then you can choose between the two. You've chosen the shortest route, or what you believe to be the shortest route.
Yes.
All right, let me double check something real quick.
Oh, do so. Do so.
Well, I need to pull out some dice because they're not out. So.
Oh, well, yes.
Silly me. Dice. Dice. Okay, they're all out. Okay. You have done combat in various places. There has been shrieking. There's been a bunch of other things. The particularly weird gel-like flaming material suck up oxygen pretty quickly, so people are having a hard time screaming about it. In fact, their screams were swallowed up pretty quickly because they couldn't resonate.
Yes.
So, on top of it all, the way the chamber is kind of angled, if it was in a particular manner that was easily heard, the last time you guys were here, whatever was in here would have joined the fight.
Yes.
Anyway, it's pretty far away from the last plus. Anyway, never mind. I'm going to go on and on about stuff that doesn't matter. So I'm going to have a sippity sip sip.
Yeah.
You let me know if there's anything else you want to do. And then we move on. We'll do the standard encounter check.
Yeah.
A 6-sided. Because it's going to take you enough time passage-wise for us to do at least one. Let me double check the rules for this silly little module.
Yes.
Here we go. It's 1 die 6. Let me go ahead and do this up. Background. I already have it kind of set up, so I know there's going to be at least one. I just want to make sure there's only one.
Yeah.
And it seems to be tying a bunch of stuff to other things early. So, all right, here we go. Yeah, all right, counter area. 6 chance. In fact, I should just look at my damn notes myself. Which, BBDBD. I should have actually put notes in, so I'm assuming they're there. The thing is that there is notes for the encounters. That was the camp notes that I looked at. There's also one based on movement, tied to time, tied to distance from locations.
Yeah.
And in the case of the goblin tunnels, I have a specific algorithm that was actually set by the game itself. But you have to like fiddle around through things. The funny thing is a lot of these modules are made for competition.
Yes.
And it's kind of funny that they have convoluted things tucked in and inside and outside. So you kind of have to know your way through a lot of stuff. And even though I wrote a bunch of this in order to make it easier, you'll find that it's not easier. If you lose it in your own text.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Notes. Okay, wandering. Every 30 feet. And that's actually typed from their stuff, but I'm taking that out a bit because since you cleared it. So there is a 1 in 6 chance of encountering a group.
Yes.
So go ahead and roll a 6-sided.
Alrighty, I will roll. I roll a 1.
Well, congratulations. That's amazing.
I've encountered
Really?
a group.
Okay, and the second one that I was going to ask you to roll for future reference.
Is a 6. I wonder
All
why.
right. Okay, so I'll use one of these other pencils because that one went dull. Exciting. Alrighty. Let me see here. Okay, so there are 6 of those. All right, so you guys have decided to backtrack. Well,
Yep.
on your way out, you come into what was the common room, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it
Common
would seem
room.
that you came across a group of individuals, squat little individuals, ranging from 4.5 to 4'2" critters, obvious goblins on the diminutive side.
Yes.
They seem to have arrived earlier to find corpses instead of a warm meal. And they had just begun to sort of look into their business when you guys, who obviously can't be quiet at all,
No.
come close enough to be heard. Again, the passage that you're heading down to go back to where you came from does lead to that goblin common room.
Yes.
That has, cots and bunks and whatever lying about. And you can clearly see, or at least it's related that clearly there are 6 individuals up ahead. I should not say clearly see because you're not up in the front.
No.
Anyway, so Dominic and Gregory kind of motion for, caution, but it's too late. What's there is already there. So go ahead and roll a 6-sided again.
I roll a 6-sided. It is a 5.
All right. So what happened is your sort of came up on the area. DaGaunt has pretty particularly heavy armor. Most of the infantry units are wearing chainmail, but that's not as much of a problem as their boots, which are rather thick and solid and make a good sound upon the stone. Gregory's pretty quiet, but there's enough that aren't quiet. So you, the priest, the paladin, the paladin's questionable. You and the priest, Gregory, for the most part, are the quietest individuals in the group.
Yes.
So what happens is that Dominic and Gregory symbol or signal for everybody to be on alert, but unfortunately for them, the sound and damage has already been done. So as they make the gesture, you can see activity outside. Briefly. Mainly because in the light of DaGaunt's lantern, since no one else can see that, because it's dark for humans, there's a flash of what looks like black fletched arrows streaking in towards Dominic, who's the closest one. Fortunately, he does have his shield up. However, let me double check his armor class. You can see an arrow just sprout into his shield. One skips across, one just impacts against the wall and has a bad day. The second one literally impacts the shield. The only thing that defied him actually taking damage was the shield. Gregory's not immediately visible, so whatever's out there. Oh, shit. Okay, so he gets 2 more arrows come skipping on in. Those ones, however, are quite accurate.
Oh no.
Alright, that's max, and then thank goodness that it wasn't the max on the crit. So,
Oh, thank goodness.
so that's a total of 10. Now, Dominic has been having a very bad day. Very,
yes,
very bad.
Very bad day.
His initial hit is not over half hit points for a single shot, so he's not down.
Good.
He's not down. No chance of down so far.
Correct.
All right, and then nope, and damn, another hit.
Oh no.
So just imagine that the main person visible is just getting hailed by arrows. These are standard arrows that you seem to find familiar with the goblins. Black, probably raven fletching or some other black bird in the location.
Yeah.
And within a few seconds, roughly 6 arrows have been launched in his general direction. One completely missed, one sank into his shield, and the other groupings seem to have riddled into the spots that were made available by him shifting his shield to attempt to deflect them.
Oh.
Righty.
No.
He immediately sags, slumping back. He's still conscious. One of his joints is kind of pinned by an arrow. You know that the goblins are known for using a particular type of fecal poison in this particular location.
Yes.
You're not sure if he's affected, but the arrows hit him pretty hard. He kind of slumps.
Oh no.
Still holding the shield in place. And Gregory, not being completely exposed at this point, is fortunate enough. But you can hear hissing sounds and some guttural language. Just gravelly voices in low tones. And the sounds are drawing closer.
Oh, closer.
So those 3 went off. It's easy for them to cross the distance, even though their legs are short. However, at the extent of their movement, you can see what looks like 3 goblins in various states of leather, be it ringmail or base kind of hide-lined leather itself. All of it comes out to about the same armor class, but in various states of repair. Burst in, utilizing short swords, and attempt to do some business. Now, your group is not exactly surprised, but there was enough noise that the moment someone poked out, which unfortunately for Dominic happened to be him, they unloaded, and then the others charged in.
Yeah.
Now, here's where we go into initiative.
Alrighty.
So you'll be rolling for the party.
Yeah.
I'll be rolling for the other party. 6-sided, if you will.
Of course. I roll a 1.
Well, hell yeah. I rolled a 6, so that's kind of as close as you can get. So, now I didn't state, but we can assume that Gregory has an arrow knocked.
Yeah. Yes.
Dominic is in no condition at this point to actually respond, and it's quite likely that he's going to just completely collapse.
Yes.
In a few moments. Technically, he's in negatives, so he should be unconscious, but because of the nature of what's going on, he's still kind of conscious, struggling to move, but he can't move right or correctly.
Someone's got to...
So, on 1, I think you are the fastest one for movement.
With 19 dex, yes. We actually
So yeah,
just
on
moved
one
from- yeah.
you get to move for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I will move to support, basically give Dominic some protection until someone can take his spot
Alrighty.
or be able to move him properly.
Well, you make your way up quicker than anybody can respond, although there is a great deal of response attempting to go.
Yes.
You get past Gregory, you place yourself in. Immediately within range are 3 goblins that are in the midst of. Some of them are going. Well, one of them is definitely going after Dominic, who has fallen. 2 are shifting on the bow user they immediately see.
I will go for the one that automatically is going for Dominic. And I have a
All right,
speed of 3.
Give a slasher.
I give a slash. The slash is an AC 0.
Alrighty. Well, that'll hit.
And I do 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points of damage.
Yeah, the goblin comes up. The leather pulls apart like butter, as well as most of his
Shank.
internal, rising up as a slash, partially through the gut in a diagonal line, through ribs, through the heart, all the way out the top. And it's like, well, what about these 2? Okay, so it is completely dead. Since Gregory had an arrow knocked, he just starts rapid firing into the 2 that comes closer.
There's a reason.
So the first shot is on the nearest one. 9. Let's double check his THACO. So Gregory's THACO is 16 with the bow. My brain's screwed. So on the dot, that's AC 7 on the dot. So he sends a sheath arrow into the closest one. All right. It takes an arrow straight into its chest and staggers, kind of clutching at it, incapable of moving on, at least currently. In order to conserve chief arrows, he reaches to the secondary quiver and fires off 2 flight arrows. 11 and 15, or excuse me, 11 and 5. So clearly, one hits, the other one kind of doesn't go wide, but it just goes over the top of the goblin's head.
Oh, yeah.
It gets hit with the flight arrow and kind of, well, it shrugs, sort of. It's a light hit on the outside. It's penetrated the armor and is whittling in and out of the body, but it's not enough to actually take it down.
Right.
Undeterred, it's still approaching Gregory. Oh, wait, hold on, wait. I forgot to do System Shock.
Oh, yeah, you need to do...
80. So, it is still heading toward him, but it doesn't realize that its knees are going to give out on its way in. So,
it was the following line of like, wait, hold on, the System Shock.
Unless a 11 to 12 or a 10 to 12 con can handle 80% System Shock.
No, not that I know of. No.
It goes. It won't reach him. It'll struggle to reach him.
Yeah.
I had to mark off 1 sheath and 2 flight arrows from what he's got.
Yeah.
Okay. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. The priest, since movement is free, goes on. Well, not free, but it goes on 1. Moves up just on against the wall, just moving down the wall on the left side until he gets Dominic, and the paladin follows suit. You can see that the priest is behind you. You hear, pull him back.
I give a nod and use the rest of my movement.
No. He's not talking to you.
Oh, yes, that's right.
He's talking
about the paladin.
You just
I'm
hear
fine.
him say. Yeah. 15. Okay. So he has determined that it's safe enough to move him at a glance, which may or may not be correct. So he's being dragged back with arrows kind of just sticking out on his back, obviously, because he took it from the front.
Yeah.
And is being pulled back to the rear. Paladin still has not recovered the lay on hands because it is, it hasn't been a full day yet.
It has not been a full day.
Who knows what the cleric's doing, but that person has been pulled out of combat, and DaBun, who has movement, comes up behind you to fill up Dominic's spot.
Yes.
He's got heavier armor. Now, where you're at, past the corpse, past the soon-to-be corpse, yours is pretty much a corpse immediately. Over the top of that, you can see what appears to be 3 goblins with short bows and quivers. Now, these goblins, as I said before, are in mixed leather, mostly AC 7, so you know. But the ones with the bows have kind of faded green, off-green style cloaks that they might have been using as scouts, which is obvious.
Right. Oh, correcto. Yes.
Alrighty, so DaBun moves up. It's a partial move to kind of try and get ahead. He doesn't want to get anybody's way, but I'm going to go ahead and roll an intelligence check on him real quick. I think he makes, I will double check, unless he has a lower than 10 intelligence, which is not impossible.
It's not impossible, but it's not likely.
Yeah, it's not like he's an adjutant. Dun, 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 dun. That's cavalry. That's 2nd cavalry. Let's see. 2nd infantry. That's the knight lieutenant. There we are, Eric DaBun. He's got a 14 intelligence, so he makes. He knows he can make the distance, but he kind of steps in front of you to act as extra armor. And opts his attacks. His hand is on the sword, but since he's specialized in it, he can draw at the same time. So he just kind of steps in front of you, puts his hand upon the hilt, and shifts the shield towards the front in order to deflect any arrows that might be sent his way.
Yeah.
The rest of the group will probably have to opt, but towards the end of this, the cleric will be casting some business.
Yeah.
We have determined that the arrows went first. The guys that are charging is part of the initiative roll. So the one that staggers close gets a chance to stab at Gregory before he slumps completely, which 19 will hit AC 1.
Oh.
And Gregory's armor class is 5, when not surprised. The short sword, fortunately, just nicks him, 1 point of damage.
Oh, yeah. Nick.
But he's already damaged, even though he's been sort of repaired.
Yeah.
Twisting away from it, you can see that the bandaging and whatnot that's sort of choking out from the gashes in the armor from previous attacks have begun to ooze because I think he only took fire damage from the fireball.
Yes.
So, yeah, he kind of winces, twisting slightly, and the goblin that kind of stabbed him slumps, falling on its face. But its short sword is tinged with his blood.
His blood.
All right. But you were saying?
No, I said with his blood. That's all. That's all.
He's blood, yeah. All right, so the rest of the group, Ox, Livia, and Estienne have their crossbows up and braced on shield, but
Woo.
obviously if they take any shots down the hallway, there's a good chance they might hit somebody of value. End of the round, the priest does not waste time. He offers prayers upward, and you can feel the warmth and light of, I believe it's Ishtar that he's
Yes, Ishtar.
invoking at this time. Here, like wounds 8. I actually rolled back +1 plus character's con.
Woo.
The arrows are pushed out of the body by the spell, so 9. And does he have a con? Let me double check his constitution. Dominic. He does have a con, so +1. So he has 15 con. So it's 8, 9. Okay, so 10 points he gets back. Which means that he's at 9, and he will not be waking up anytime immediately.
No.
Because he was at -1.
Yeah.
So basically, if anyone's watching, which they're not because you're over there, you can actually you hear the chanting, you feel the strange warmth at your back, well, at your shoulder, because since you're facing.
Yeah.
And anybody watching would see that the arrows were pushed out of the wounds by the healing. And there's a somewhat golden light there.
Oh.
All right. So we go into a new initiative.
Yeah.
Because the archers were counted in the first initiative, it was a range round, technically.
I rolled a 5.
All right. I rolled 3 for them. You're still going first based on your...
movement is 2, yeah.
Based on your dexterity, yeah. They're in the middle of just firing arrows, so instead of having the full weapon speed, they're technically counted as knocked. So they'll be going on 4. Their movement goes on 3. The only thing they might do is trickle back. But since your movement goes on T,
yeah.
What would you like to do with your movement?
I will up my movement right now because I want to move with the gaunt up to the bowman.
All right. So, all right. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I can. Well, I mean, the gaunt moves on 5, so I'm upping my movement.
Yeah. All right. So yes. Basically, the goblins are trickling backwards, spreading out. One heads down the line between the tables and the fire pit. One trickles back along the north wall beneath the upper ramp that heads to the bunks. And the third one is definitely just kind of heading between the tables, all of which are trickling east away from you. And so that's their movement on 3. Do you have any? You're opting your movement yourself. Yep. And you rolled a 5.
Yes.
So they fire mostly at DaBun right now because he's rather imposing. Even though you did some horrific damage to one of their comrades. They panic at seeing a 6-foot+ guy in shiny armor with a shield. So. 16 will miss. 9 will miss. That's a 1, so that actually cancels out the second one.
Panic.
1, lose weapon. Okay, let me go ahead and roll that chart. 5. I don't think that's a break.
No, that doesn't sound like
a long time since I pulled that freaking book out. I should just actually pull the file up. Dun, 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 dun. Just remember what I said. Okay, so where did I send that? That's a ways off. Okay, so it might not be in here. It's definitely on your computer somewhere. I don't want to dig out the folder, so we'll just go ahead with dropped on the spot.
Yeah, I definitely think it's that.
It fumbles it. It almost overdrew the arrow, and it almost put it through its hand. So, just bending it weird, completely surprised, it drops the bow. And arrows just kind of sticking there in his hand. So.
Yeah.
All right, and the last one fires at him. Arrow. I don't. 19 with AC 1. I don't think that's going to hit him, but I'll double check. No, it hits on the dot. If he was mounted, it would. So yes. He gets hit by a single arrow for 6 points, which is max damage for a flight arrow. Saving throw versus poison. DaBun. Strangely, the arrow kind of skips through at an angle, pierces the point between the breastplate and the shoulder, possibly just out of sheer dumb luck. Oh, that's up to 21. He grunts. He grunts slightly.
It's poison.
And, okay, that's those guys. The goblins up front are in various states of dead. One goblin has accidentally disarmed himself, and rather than pick up the bow, he is slowly reaching for his daggers at his hip. On 5, DaBun being the closest, advances.
I advance with him.
But Gregory is faster, and he whips around the corner and fires 2 arrows at the goblins that he notes. Let me double check his perception. That he notes are lining up to shoot you folks.
Yay.
So 1 shot at the first one, 1 shot at the second one, and then 1 between whichever ones are still standing.
Yeah.
First shot, and we're using flight here because he's running low on sheep.
Yes.
So 15, that hits armor class 1. 10 hits armor class 6. Another 10 hits armor class 6. So the first one takes, gets nickeled. Just like a 1 point. Nickeled and dimed. The second one takes 2. That's actually half its hit points.
Oh. There goes half of your hit points.
Still up. And then the third arrow, which is also a 10, he just sinks into the one that he just fired at. The most recent one. For 3 more points of damage. It slumps.
Woo! I'm ready for the stabby stabs.
Dropping its bow. Okay, so the midsection has a guy fumbling for daggers. The north section has a guy with an arrow sprouting out of him. But it's really like high up on the left shoulder, and has barely pierced the armor. And since they have spread out, the ones that are conscious and or alive are 10 feet from each other. So DaBun plows towards the one that's still armed and you can head to wherever you want to.
I'll head
There's
for.
literally only two standing.
Yeah, I'll head for the. So DaBun's heading for the one that's armed currently. So that's the one with.
Yeah,
the
he's
arrow.
moving on 5. Gregory moved on 5, but he goes on 6 for attacks. I kind of took the liberty of stepping up on that. DaBun's attack goes on longsword speed, which is 5. So
Yes.
that means that he moved on 5, but his weapon swings on 10.
So he's going for the armed one. So not the one fumbling to get a dagger, but the one that's already armed.
Oh yeah, the one that still has a bow in its hand and is
Yeah.
conscious.
Yeah, that has an arrow in it because it's still conscious. Still has
Yeah, it just has an arrow high up on its shoulder.
Yes, so I'll go for the one that's fumbling for a dagger as my first attack.
When does your weapon go?
It has a weapon speed of 3, so 8.
So you moved on what?
Oh, I moved on 5 with DaBun. So I opt.
No, I mean no. Okay, yeah, I get you on 8.
I opt my.
You go first.
Yes.
Out of the people going up. So
yes.
Go ahead. You may attack.
I attack, and I do AC -4.
Pretty sure that hits.
And it is 10 points of damage.
Yeah, that the roaming ones have about 3 hit points. So yeah, you like split that one as well. Since momentum still applies, you could with reach, because the Longiton's essentially a staff with blades on it. You could potentially hit the one that DaBun's about to swing on if you want. But if you decide to not do that, you lose the momentum for the second swing.
I'll lose the momentum.
Alrighty. So, DaBun goes on 10. Anybody else could go is not violating ranks, and the priest and the paladin are tending mostly to Dominic, who got jacked.
Yeah.
DaBun rolled a 15. He only gets 1 attack this round because no momentum. Which, with his Thaco, is AC 1. And he hits it with his sword.
He does.
Which is 7 plus 1 for 16 strength. And plus 2 for specialization. So, yeah, he splits that one himself.
Woo!
And within moments, all the goblins that were attacking are down.
Yes.
Once DaBun is sure that the goblins aren't moving, he begins to whirl back towards the party
in order
to check on his man.
Yeah. All right, and that was six goblins.
Yep, 6 wandering goblins.
Yes.
They have a different XP tally.
Right, yeah, that's why I'm marking them as wandering. Gotta make sure.
Okay. Anything you want to do? Well, you're following him back, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him back before I decide to try and get some monies from the goblins.
Well, he quickly approaches the priest, and to check on Dominic. He can see where the chain links have been punctured, and the priest actually has them foisted up as best he can, having looked through the gambeson and whatnot, and started taking note of any sort of discolorations. Since the arrows have been pushed out, but his hit points, I believe, let me double check, have not come close to completely healing. There's welts where the arrows hit. The flesh is discolored, and he seems to be discouraged or just basically he seems concerned. You can see as you approach that in amongst the wounded areas there seems to be rather rapid acceleration of discoloration of the flesh.
That would be a sign that I can't treat right now because the wounds have been closed.
While Dominic is stabilized for now and should actually wake up once he makes a con check, and after that, probably so many rounds after, he's technically not in any good position. Con check made with a 2. So without help, within 3 rounds, he'll be awake.
What I will do is check on DaBun, because I know he's been hit with the arrow. And I know how those things are. So I'll do venom handling, because it's feces.
So what are you doing?
You've been hit, so I have to make sure at the very least the contamination hasn't gone in.
That's going to take time.
Yes, well, Dominic's also going to take time getting up.
Well, perhaps we should... I hate to say it after I had made that stink, perhaps we should leave. Head back to camp and prepare to head back to the keep.
We're so...
The priest says, oh, no, that's not what we're playing here today.
We're so
I might be able
to
to deal with
this
the poison here.
Yeah.
However, as you were saying, advisor?
If I can determine that there's no course of the poison going on, then it could just be a safe removal of the arrow. And
so you just need him to... Well, the arrow's stuck in, obviously.
Yeah.
So he needs to undo sections of the shoulder pauldron or whatever section.
Yes.
Where the breastplate comes in and it punctures through the thin layer of chain and gambeson.
Pretty much.
As you work your way through all that, you don't even really need to make a healing check or whatever to remove it because it looks like it barely pierced the skin.
It barely pierced the skin, so that's good. That's a good sign.
He had taken fire damage earlier, though, so that skin is not so handsome at the moment. And of course, the gambeson, yeah. So you don't see any actual taint. It looks like most of the fecal matter was scraped off as it pierced the chain and then the gambeson itself. I mean, it's a flight arrow, so think of it as a target arrow. There's no edges on it. It's practically a dowel with maybe copper as a tip.
Yes, so with the nodding, pretty much confirmation to Dominic, or DaGaunt, excuse me. You're not in any way, shape, or form of any danger.
Well, thank you for your ministrations.
You're very welcome. You can put back the armor now.
Priest, as he begins working the knots back in to cinch down the plate that covers the mainstay of the gap between the breastplate and the actual shoulder section.
We essentially need to wait for Dominic to be awake, in this case.
The priest says, I can wake him up right now. The toxin doesn't seem to be spreading very quickly.
No, that's good.
But since I cast the healing spell, most of the access to it is under the skin, which means that if you want to draw anything out, we'll have to make incision.
That would be a problem, yes.
But I don't think it's going to be life-threatening enough to keep him out of combat.
Well, that is good.
The paladin says nothing, of course, but does kind of start bracing Dominic as if to move.
So we best...
The god's like, well, we still have business.
Yes.
So, Olivia, you will be taking front. Gregory, how are you holding up? Gregory says, I'm fine, but I'm slowly running out of arrows. Actually, I'm quickly running out of arrows.
Well, let's gather some of the flight arrows off of these goblins.
DaBun kind of sighs. That's also going to take time.
Indeed.
Gregory has already done that while you guys are doing things because it takes several rounds to do what you did. So.
That's so true.
So.
I didn't think about that, yeah.
All right, so he manages to recover the arrows for the most part that he did from the corpses. One of the flight arrows had kind of snapped at an angle and deflected off the bone. The fletching is not in a usable state, but the other ones somehow miraculously are intact enough to be used again without much doctoring.
Oh, that's good.
So he has permanently lost one.
Yes.
All right, so the priest says, well, if you want me to wake him up, I can.
Probably be for the best.
But DaBun says, well, it'd be better to have him conscious and walking around with him being dragged behind someone.
Yes.
Especially if we're going to be engaging more of the enemy. Livia and SDM will be taking the front. When we do, we're going to do this by twos. Have your crossbows ready in case of trouble. And Gregory, get your rest behind them as we move on. Now, advisor, I'm pretty sure you know the way to where we're going.
I do. We keep going in this direction, pretty much going off of the map.
Gregory nods knowingly, having been with you on the way.
Yes.
And between the two of you, you begin navigating back through the tunnels?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And that is the whole, and that would be the last part in these caves. And then we should probably make back to camp once we've...
Because of the amount of time and how the encounters work on your way up, back the way you came, there is an encounter check.
Yes.
The good news is, if you don't roll a 1 on the 6-sided, you don't get an encounter.
I rolled a 2. You were
close.
Yeah, you're attempting it.
Yeah. So you move back as quickly as you can. Obviously, Dominic has been roused by smelling salts or some other concoction.
Yes.
Foul smelling or acrid enough to disturb him even in the deepest of sleeps. He's not allowed to take the front. And on the way through negotiation, DaBun has decided that SGN can still remain in the rear because, well, you wouldn't want to get sacked from the backside with a barely moving individual.
Oh, yeah.
And the paladin, who seems more focused on the priest.
Yes.
Bum, bum, bum. So you leave this particular location, you head through the angles, you go through one storage room that seems mostly unchanged. You go through a hallway with a few corpses with crossbows scattered about. Seems like they've been ransacked. Then you go up some stairs, through a couple connecting chambers. Also, one of them was at one point in time a chieftain's room that has been filled with lesser beings, if you will. Move through 2 secret doors, blah, 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 into another room, this one more of an armory. Past what was a guard station that you've already cleared, until you get to the scent of fresh air and the piercing pale light of, you're not sure what time it is outside, but there is light piercing through. It comes into a strange sort of Y intersection. You're heading south towards the place you haven't been yet.
Yes.
Looking down the southern passage. Eyes, I need glasses.
Put the glasses on.
You can see stairs that actually ascend even further, since you guys are actually taking the time to head that way. The gaunt's light spills across what seems to be sharp steps cut out of the stone, similar to the other ones, although these ones are more crude. They show signs of wear, in some cases stains. And let me go ahead and roll percentile here. Nope. Well, not oddly enough. They definitely would have noticed certain things over time. So, you can't see the complete upper landing, but you can tell that it goes up about 40 feet of stairs at a semi-gradual, maybe 60-degree angle, 45 to 60. Crude and haphazard, upward. Of course, DaBun will signal for the climb, but stops just shy, looks at you. Well, are we going up?
We are. Be prepared. We might be expecting people, or we might encounter things we have not encountered yet.
Livia, maintain your crossbow. Gregory, I don't need to tell you much. I will make up the difference for Estienne, since this place seems to be known for certain things stirring up. I don't want the rear to be problematic. So Livia and I will press the top, clear it, and everybody else will follow.
Understood.
Da-da-da. So they do. They go up the stairs themselves. The place is not so much quiet, since you couldn't tell whether it's quiet or not due to the sound of the armor. It goes up to what appears to be a T intersection, still heading south, of course. To the east and west are passages that are cut crudely from the stone. The gaunt on the right side looks to the west, creaking around the corner there. And Livia, who's on the left side, peers to the east. The lighting changes as he exchanges locations so that each of them can see in decent lighting. Then you go, okay, well, it looks like we got a long one on the left, and on the right, there's kind of a strange junction.
Some
Not
more
too far
stuff.
away.
More stuff of exploring. I see.
So you can go right, which actually goes towards the void. You're actually kind of surprised that the left goes anywhere.
Yeah.
Due to how the situation of the cliffs themselves seem to be formed outside.
That is indeed very interesting that the left goes anywhere. If anywhere. Could be a dead end. We've seen dead ends before.
Gregory nods. This is true.
Well, we might as well confirm it's a dead end before we start going down to the right passage, the east. Given the fact that it's just very peculiar. It's odd.
DaBun steps out to cover the right side, motioning Livia to join him, opening up the left side for people to investigate.
And I will look with my wonderful eyes.
Since the directional lantern is actually facing away, and you're using ultravision or infravision?
I have both.
Well, yeah, you do have both.
I have
So I guess it actually should technically, I guess, be going on at the same time.
Yeah.
So your ultravision is basically starlight / cat's visions that basically just picks up ambient light and amplifies it. And the thermal is, well, the infravision is pretty much thermal imaging.
So, yeah.
You don't notice anything. I just need to know your range.
120 feet range.
You can see that the passage here is on and off again narrow, and travels for about 60 feet before dead ending into a location that is partially crumbled stone, as if perhaps the passage was done being constructed or was abandoned.
Okay, that does look, in fact, like a dead end. It ends in a crumbled stone. So it's either finish or it's a dead end. But from the looks of it, it narrows down and opens up 60 feet.
That leaves the direction that made the most sense to you as having possibly another chamber, which is the west side.
Yes. So the west
And
side.
DaBun nods, and he and Livia begin heading in the direction of the weird junction that he mentioned.
Yes.
Which is really just an area where the tunnel turns 90 degrees to the north, and then immediately turns 90 degrees to the west, blocking view from the angles.
Ah, yes.
The closer you come to that particular location, the more you begin to smell what appears to be some sort of wood smoke.
Oh, intriguing.
There's no particular sounds that you can hear over the armor. So that's a good thing in one way. It's a bad thing in another way, obviously. People will know you're coming if once they get close enough. It's not like they can hear them from a mile away.
Oh yeah.
It may seem like that, but that's not. At the end of the day, I guess you could say, you guys find yourselves at the broad opening of a chamber, which is not obscured by doors or curtains or anything of that nature. It is 30 feet north to south by 40 feet, or excuse me, Jesus Christ. That was a mistake. Something happened in my thing. All right, so 30 feet north to south, 40 feet east to west, which is not 100% accurate, because you can tell that portions of the room actually extend beyond, but they're hard to see. But I shall go into description shortly. The ceiling height is about 20 feet, which is interesting. The chamber houses what appears to be mainly tables pushed together in long rows, as well as a couple of broad, crudely carved hearths. Excuse me. It seems that festivities might have been prepared in that particular location. There are signs of dishes scattered about the area, placed on the tables. The smell of charred wood is in the air. Let me see here. And there's no sign of any occupants, but it also doesn't seem that it was very long ago before that it might have been occupied based on the bowls. But it's enough that whatever they were cooking, if they were cooking anything, no longer retains a scent outside of char.
Oh, yeah. How intriguing.
So,
writing that in the map. Well, it doesn't look like there's any other passages.
It does not appear to be so. There are 4. Once you get in further and start exploring the room to an extent, there are a total of 4 hearths, fireplaces, cooking locations, etc., etc.
Huh.
There are areas where they would probably working on whoever was brought up from the torturer's room.
Oh, true.
Or whatever else. There's wooden surfaces that look like they have gouges in them from probably the use of knives or cleavers. On one of the tables is a setting of pewter dishes. Whatever was in them is more of a resin now than anything else. Cold. There's about 10 of those plates or dishes, 15 steins, and 6 sets of silverware, technically.
Huh.
Those are rather refined compared to what you've seen here before, and are most definitely taken from one of the caravans.
Oh, yeah.
There's no sign of anybody that needs to be taken out. At least
not yet.
Nobody that hasn't run away like a couple of hours ago.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
The moment, yeah. So,
yeah.
Yes. So that concludes that particular section of the tunnels.
Yes.
As far as you can tell, there's nowhere else to go within this cave system.
We just have the cliff, the gloomy forest, and whatever other passages we can enter. But it's
right,
probably
the cliff shows that there's more caves, but this particular cave network with 2 openings.
Oh yeah, it's cleared out in
yeah.
maps.
Yes, it does not seem like there's anywhere else to go unless there's more secret doors hidden somewhere.
Right. It would probably be best to start heading back to camp. Oh no, don't yawn.
We're tired. And drunken.
Well, yes, it is almost time. So I was keeping track of time of how we normally
I believe it's almost time.
So this is a good stopping point of the fact that I got the broom.
Okay, so that would be referred to as as the Hobgoblin's Great Hall.
Yes.
You can, if you want to, mark it down as room 25.
There we go. Yes. So
I guess they're not feeling festive for some reason.
I wonder why. I wonder why indeed.
It will take you some time to exit the caves.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll do an encounter check on the way out.
Oh, yes. Let's do that. And each is a 3.
Yeah, technically I'm supposed to make you do this every like 30 feet.
Oh, so. I rolled the 3.
In the tunnels, especially in the goblin looking.
Oh, yes.
And then there's going to be one check in its entirety towards the camp.
Oh, yes. I rolled a 4.
All right. It seems quiet. So you enter the cave. I assume you're going to the lower caves so that you can travel.
Yeah.
You move through the strewn boulders of the main entryway. You can see that up on the cliff on the other side, the other passage is still visible. To your left, out of view, you're pretty sure that's where the forest is. There's a few trees here and there, and you make a right turn heading east until you come to the road, and then you cross the road, the broken road it is, and find yourselves climbing up into the tree line where you find the camp, and we will end it there.
Yes. Thank you all for being here.
Sorry about the mostly non-eventful section. Technically, if I played this straight, there would be a bunch of somewhat non-combatant hobgoblins floating around with maybe some combatants. But it seems to me that, the first time you came through, you killed their chieftain. The second time you came through, you weren't making any sort of hiding out of it. So they knew something was happening.
Oh, yeah.
And when they go to get meat from the butchers,
those guys are dead.
can find the butcher's bodies and no meat, they might decide to leave a while ago.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. I don't blame them. So thank you all for being here for the Crimson March number 5. Good night, good day, good evening, good afternoon, or whatever time it is for you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.